Hi mathletes, today we're going to be investigating the measures of angles. So let's find the measures of these missing angles and let's see what we know. First of all, we know that right angles equal 90 degrees. And I know this is a right angle because of this little square here. So I can take my 90 degrees and subtract 51 degrees, and my missing angle is 39 degrees. In this next drawing, I notice that this is a straight angle, and straight angles equal 180 degrees. So 180 degrees minus my 38 degrees is 142 degrees. So my missing angle is 142 degrees. This also has a straight angle, and this straight angle equals 180 degrees again. And I also notice that there's three angles, 1, 2, 3, and these angles are all equal. And the way that I know that they're equal is they have these tick marks. I divide my 180 by my three angles. Therefore, each angle would equal 60 degrees. In this drawing, I notice that the sum of the angles at a point are 360 degrees, the distance all the way around. Think of it like if you're on your skateboard and you do a 360. The angles that I do know are 38 degrees, 90 degrees, because this is a right angle, 120 degrees, and then this is my missing angle. The sum of 38 degrees, 90 degrees, and 120 degrees is 248 degrees. I subtract that from each side, and therefore my missing angle is 112 degrees. Vertically opposite angles are equal. So since this is 152 degrees, the vertically opposite angle from that is my blue question mark, so it's also 152 degrees. I also know that straight angles equal 180 degrees. So the sum of these two angles equal 180. So 180 degrees minus 152 degrees is 28 degrees. So my missing angle is 128 degrees. There's also a straight angle here with the blue measurement, and that will also give you 180 degrees. For our next drawing, we have an X here, and I noticed that these are going to be the same measures, again because of the tick marks. I also know that the sum of the angles at a point are 360. So 360 equals 54 degrees, 150 degrees, and then my two X's. I add my 54 degrees and 150 degrees, and I get 204 degrees. Subtract from each side, and 156 equals 2x. Divide each side by 2, so x equals 78. Therefore, both of these measurements are 78 degrees. So for this red question mark, I said vertically opposite angles are equal. So vertically opposite from my red question mark is my 46 degrees. So the red question mark is 46 degrees. For the pink one, vertically opposite angles are equal. So vertically opposite from the pink question mark is my 65 degrees. So the pink question mark is 65 degrees. Straight angles are 180 degrees, and I need to know that to figure out my green question mark. So here's my straight angle. So I can add my x plus my 65 plus my 46, and that will equal 180 degrees. 65 plus 46 is 111 degrees. I subtract that from each side, so x equals 69 degrees. And the last one is the blue one. And the blue one, I said vertically opposite angles are equal. So vertically opposite the blue angle, the blue question mark, is my 69 degrees. So the blue question mark is also 69 degrees. For this one, I notice that I have a right angle. So that's going to be 90 degrees. I also know that vertically opposite angles are equal. So therefore, if the angle BFA is 62 degrees, then angle EFD also is 62 degrees. Straight angles equal 160 degrees. So here's a straight angle, and therefore I can figure out my angle AFE by subtracting 62 from 180. So 180 minus 62 equals angle AFE. Remember, when we say the angles, the middle letter always has to be our vertex, so AFE. The same angle would be EFA. So when I find the difference, it's 118 degrees. So angle AFE is 118 degrees. Straight angles again are 180. So we can see that angle AFD, which is a straight angle, is 180 degrees. I'm going to call angle BFC angle X. So 62 plus X plus 90 degrees equals 180 degrees. The sum of 62 and 90 is 152. I subtract it from both sides, so my missing angle is 28 degrees. You can verify that your measurements are correct by adding all of them together. They should equal 360 degrees. For this one, we know that right angles are 90 degrees. So there's my right angle. So angle BHC is 90 degrees. Straight angles are 180 degrees. So my straight angle is angle AHC. So I know that AHB or BHA plus my 90 degrees equals 180. I subtract 90 from each side, and AHB then is 90 degrees as well. I also know that straight angles equal 180 degrees. So BHE is a straight angle, so the sum of all of these angles equals 180. I also notice that these X's all have these one tick marks, so that means that these four angles are equivalent. So 90 plus X plus X plus X equals 180. I put my three X's together, so it's 90 plus 3X. Subtract 90 degrees from each side, so 3X equals 90. So that means each one of those measurements is 30 degrees. So 30 degrees for each one of them. And again, straight angles equal 180. So now I'm looking at this side of BHE. And I know that I have my 90 degrees. I have angle CHD and 30 degrees. I combine my 90 degrees and 30 degrees, 120 degrees. I subtract from each side, so angle CHD is 60 degrees. And again, if you add up all of these angles, it will equal 360 degrees. Now let's try to find the angle values, but this time we're not going to use a visual. We're going to find the measures of angle A and angle B. Angle A and angle B are complementary, and angle A equals angle B. Oh, that's a lot of information. Let's see if we can break it down. First of all, we know that angle A and B are complementary. Complementary means that angle A and angle B, the sum of those angles, equals 90 degrees. We also know that angle A equals angle B, which means if angle A equals X, then angle B would also equal X. So X plus X equals 90 degrees. Remember, they're complementary. So 2X equals 90. Divide by 2, and X is 45 degrees. That means that angle A equals 45 degrees, and angle B is also 45 degrees. Here's another one. Find the measures of angle A and angle B if angle A and angle B are complementary, but this time angle A is twice angle B. So angle A and B are complementary, so just like before, when we add those two angles together, they equal 90 degrees. But this time, angle A is twice angle B. We know the least about angle B, so let's make angle B X. We know that angle A is twice angle B, so I'm going to say 2 times angle B. And we can replace angle B now with X, because we said let angle B equal X. So angle A is 2X, and angle B is X. Now again, they're complementary. So angle A plus angle B equals 90. Let's replace angle A with 2X. Let's replace angle B with X. 2X plus X is 3X, so 3X equals 90 degrees. Divide each side by 3, and X equals 30 degrees. Angle B equals x, so that means angle B is 30 degrees. Angle A is 2x, so we replace the x with 30 degrees, and 2 multiplied by 30 degrees is 60 degrees. So angle B is 30 degrees and angle A is 60 degrees. 60 plus 30 is 90, so they're complementary. And if you look at this, angle A is twice angle B, because 2 times 30 is 60. Here's our last one. Now we're going to find the measures of R and T if angle R and angle T are supplementary and angle R is 34 less than angle T. So first thing we need to know is supplementary. Remember, supplementary means when you add the two angles together, they add up to 180 degrees. Angle R is 34 degrees less than T. Well, we know the least about T, so let's make T equal X. We know that R is 34 less than T, so angle T minus 34. And since T equals X, we can replace the T with an X. So now angle R equals X minus 34. Now again, we know that angle R and angle T are supplementary, so when we add them together, they equal 180. Let's replace angle R with X minus 34. Let's replace angle T with X. Let's combine our x's, so 2x minus 34 degrees equals 180 degrees. We add 34 to each side, so 2x equals 214 degrees. Divide by 2, and x equals 107 degrees. We know that angle T equals x, therefore angle T equals 107 degrees. We know that angle R is x minus 34. And again, x is 107 degrees, so when we subtract them, we get 73 degrees. We can check to make sure that this is right or verify it by adding 107 plus 73, and that indeed does equal 180 degrees. I also can look at this and say, is angle R 34 less than T? Well, 34 plus 73 is 170 degrees, so it's been verified. I hope this helped you, not only using visuals, but also just looking at the words, so we did an abstract way as well. And again, as always, thank you for watching.